Internment American. These words were pinned into a Japanese-American storekeeper's window, gone but not forgotten. Have you ever considered that many Japanese-American people emigrated from Japan to get away from the Japanese cultures and not to be ruled by a military? Think about how they wanted to start a new life as free people and vote for their leaders. Can you even consider what they felt like when they had to leave everything they knew and loved, all because of what the leader they tried to get away from did? I have 3 reasons to support why the cons are right and the pros are wrong. The loyalty of the Japanese Americans couldn't be overlooked. The inalienable rights of the Declaration of Independence and our 14th Amendment right. My first reason is loyalty. Did you know that more than 16,000 Japanese Americans were drafted into the war to serve in the Pacific during World War II? Some of them went behind enemy lines as American spies. Japanese American women volunteered and served in the Women's Army Corps as nurses and worked in the Red Cross. Their hard work saved lives and supported many Americans during the war. Japanese Americans were an important part of the U.S.'s ability to win the war. So how do we repay their loyalty? Accuse them of being an enemy of America and put them in internment camps. Next, let's think about your inalienable rights. The Declaration of Independence says that all Americans have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. When you see the word liberty, does your mind see people who have committed no crime behind fences and locked away like criminals? This means you have the right to find happiness. Is your vision of happiness being locked up in a horse stall for years, away from your community, friends, and the life you build? Finally, the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution states, all persons born or naturalized in the United States are subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and the states wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privilege or immunities of the citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive the person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny any person within this jurisdiction an equal protection of the laws. So even if your sense of mortality and fairness can't connect with my other 2 points, I argue that this is a legal issue. The government broke the law by depriving of their life and property. My opponents might say that the concentration camps were worse than internment camps. I will connect 2 different subjects to prove the pros wrong. Even though Emmett Till's death was more violent than the way Trayvon Martin's parents felt when he died, was the way equivalent to Emmett Till's mom felt when he died. Pain is pain, wrong is wrong. There are no different degrees of it. Even though the concentration camps were more severe, the Japanese Americans were treated the same way as Jews. Some lost their lives, families were split up. People were pulled away from their communities and taken to an unfamiliar and uncomfortable place. To the Japanese Americans, they would have felt the same way. In conclusion, it is wrong to put someone in jail for what another person did. I will accept my consequences, and you should too, but no one should be in trouble for something you did not have any control over. I am not